Welcome to our webinar, Ariscudo for Onshape, Opportunities for Onshape Users. Thank you for taking time to watch our webinar. Hi, my name is Hanka. I'm responsible for training and consulting at Grebert. Here's our short agenda for today. Ariscudo for Onshape users, the concept of Aris Trinity, and at the end some information about pricing and licensing. As a short introduction, I would like to say something about our company. Grebert is based in Berlin, Germany. It is a multicultural company and has 3 research and development centers in Germany, Russia, and India, as well as fully owned subsidiaries in Japan and India. The company is recognized in the cat industry for its more than 40 years of technology expertise, project management, and consulting experience. We develop a DWG-based cat technology that is sold under its own brand Aris or licensed to other vendors as a platform to create standalone applications. Grebert's OEM Cat Engine supports a number of industry-leading products. Altogether, millions of professionals use solutions powered by the Aris technology. So how does our technology integrate with your work as an Onshape user? First, did you know the drawing solution for the Onshape users is developed by Grebert? Second, as an Onshape user, you have probably already noticed that Ariscudo is the default viewer for DWG or DXF files you upload to Onshape. If you click on any of these files, Onshape will automatically open Ariscudo. To modify these files, you would need to subscribe to Ariscudo. We'll come back to that later. Last but not least, in addition to Ariscudo in the cloud, the Aris Trinity of CAD software for DWG editing includes Aris Commander to work with from your desktop and Aris Touch for your mobile devices while working on the go. Ariscudo will synchronize your modifications if your files are stored in the cloud, for example in the Onshape storage. And now let's get started with what you are actually here for. There are several ways for Onshape users to interact with DWG files. You can export a drawing to DWG and you can import DWG files into the Onshape storage or into an Onshape document. And it is possible to import it directly into a sketch. For viewing or modifying, you will use Ariscudo without ever leaving the Onshape environment. When you browse your documents, a simple click on any DWG or DXF file will call Ariscudo for Onshape. If you only need to read the files, you don't need any subscription. Viewing is free for all Onshape users. Our goal is to provide all tools you need to read these drawings in your browser. On the left, you will find a toolbar with some commands, for example, to navigate in the drawing, zoom in and rotate the view. You may also measure the distance between 2 points or export to PDF. On the right, you will find palettes for checking properties and to show and hide layers. You can also switch between the different layouts of your drawing. As an example, let's go through a small workflow on how DWG files can be used for 3D modeling. If you want to go one step further and edit or create such drawings, you can subscribe to Ariscudo. As an Ariscudo subscriber, you will get a full-featured CAD for creating and modifying 2D DWG files in your browser. Typically, this offer is best suited for users both working with Onshape and editing DWG drawings, and if you are not interested in our desktop version. Besides the pricing, the key benefit is the ability to work without leaving the Onshape environment. Let me show what the editing features are that RSCudo subscribers get. The toolbar is highlighting some features, but you can find more in the menu. This includes the most typical features to create new entities or to edit them, as well as annotation tools and even more complex features such as hatches or block insertions. You may also simply launch a command by its name, and the property and layer palettes offer more functions.
The pattern command works like the array command in AutoCAD. Here we want 4 holes with a defined distance between them. Now we use the stretch command. The Quick Modify command is a smart feature that allows you to combine the copy, move, rotate and scale actions with the same element selection. Our Smart Dimensioning tool automatically selects the right dimension type based on the selection of elements. The Dimension palette will assist you with customization options next to your cursor.
But there's more.
Imagine working on a large project with colleagues working at the office and others working remotely or on the go.
The goal is to ensure that everyone works together efficiently. Grebert's innovative approach is to combine CAD solutions for desktop, mobile and cloud into a single and all-inclusive ecosystem and subscription. When you buy a subscription for RS Trinity, you will get a trinity of solutions. This includes the cloud version RSCudo, but also the desktop version named RS Commander and a mobile version named RS Touch. The login is the same for the 3 solutions, but you pay only once. RS Commander is fully installed on your computer. It runs on Windows, Mac OS or Linux. You will find even more features, including the features we found in RSCudo, but also 3D modeling features and more. There's also the Cloud Storage palette to work locally in RS Commander but with files stored in the cloud. This palette is powered by RSCudo. If you connect RSCudo to Onshape, you will be able to access and modify your files from RS Commander. First, you can activate the free 30-day trial by creating a Grebert account. You can create an account directly from here, but you can also do it from RSCudo or RS Touch. The login for the 3 products is the same. On the right you will find some panels, also a cloud storage panel. If it is not open, you can call it with a right click. After your first login, there's only one connected cloud storage, the RSCudo drive. The RSCudo drive comes with no additional cost. It brings some sample files for your tests, but you can also store your own files there. You are invited to connect to other cloud storage. This is where you will select Onshape to link RSCudo with your Onshape account. This way, you will be able to use RSCudo to browse and modify the files you have uploaded to Onshape. You will now find your files in the Cloud Storage palette of RS Commander. To open a DWG file directly from the cloud, just double-click it. You can change it locally, but if you save it, it will be synchronized with the cloud. You may also use Ares Commander to work offline, open and save DWG drawings on your devices. As an Onshape user, you can imagine the following workflow. You receive a drawing from a customer, but only some elements of this drawing are needed in Onshape to create a solid part. With Ares Commander, it is very easy to select these entities, to export them to a new drawing, and save this drawing to the Onshape cloud storage. But Ares Commander can more. It offers all the features for DWG editing you expect, but also new and advanced tools. Users who are comfortable with AutoCAD, for example, can easily switch. The commands work very similarly, and the user interface should look familiar as well. Let's go through some workflows as an example. I want to start with a PDF import. Use the import PDF command to insert and convert PDF files into entities you can modify. Click the Options button to set the conversion settings.
The PDF is inserted as a block and we see the automatically generated layers, but it does not come with the right scale. The measured distance is 0.5, but the dimension shows us that it should be 20. We run the scale command with the reference option. We select the same 2 points as reference and enter 20. Now the measured value matches the target.
You may also use Ares Commander sometimes to work with 3D features that are currently not available in Ares Kudo. To do this, you can switch to the predefined 3D modeling workspace, which includes a full set of features for modeling solids and surfaces, tools for CCS, and more.
Let's use our example shaft to create a 3D body from it. I'm using the power trim command here, which is the fastest way to trim the objects. The result will be an outline that I can revolve to create my 3D shape.
Your sales team may need a machine deployment plan for a customer. Use Ares Commander's custom blocks to quickly complete a proposal drawing. Equivalent to dynamic blocks in other CAD software, custom blocks let you create smarter objects whose size and appearance adjust with additional handles. You may also include a drop-down menu to switch between different types and options for the same block. And you can use dynamic blocks created with AutoCAD as they are. The Data Extraction Wizard enables you to quickly create a bill of materials or to extract other types of information from your drawings. Select elements and filter only the data you want to extract. After that, you can insert them into the drawing as a table or create a CSV file that can be imported into a spreadsheet. Ares Commander offers a free map service for subscribers. You can search for any address and get street maps and satellite images to insert in the background of your drawings. This professional map service is developed in collaboration with Esri, the world leader for GIS solutions. You can draw on top of these space maps or use the inquiry tools to collect the coordinates or measure the distance between points. This is useful, for example, for work that must be done on construction site.
To be able to work faster, I use blocks here. The Design Resources palette makes it easy to reuse such elements from other drawings. The blocks you see here are actually custom blocks. To make them smarter, I created them with a 2D and a 3D visibility state. This way, I can easily use the same block whether I'm working in 2D or 3D.
If your drawing is stored in RSCudo Drive or Onshape Cloud Storage, you can open this file in the internet browser using RSCudo and view and modify it there, or you can decide to use RS Commander instead. For files stored in the cloud storage, you can work with the Trinity features. We have seen already the cloud storage palette. And now I want to show you how to use the comments palette and view-only links. You can create a view-only link directly from the palette to share your drawing as a whole for viewing or to get feedback from your contacts. I will generate a view-only link that I will send to my partner for validation. I want to have the deployment plan approved. By opening this view-only link, my partner can view the project in all details. He can measure areas and distances or call up properties. But you can also see that it is possible to log in even if this user does not have a paid license. The customer can activate a free account that allows them to use the comments palette and give feedback or simply validate the project. In the commenting palette, different types of comments, markups, and stamps are available. For example, voice recordings can be used on RS Commander, Touch, and Kudo, but they are especially useful on the smartphone, where it is easier to record your voice than to enter text. As needed, comments can be linked to some drawing entities. Let's say my partner likes what he sees, and he gives me the stamp. On my side, I also want to open the comments palette in RS Commander, where I can see the comments added by other users. A note for those colleagues who do not work with Onshape. RSCudo can of course also be used standalone, as well as RS Commander and RS Touch. All you need is an internet browser. Go to grebert.com, log in or create an account and start working. Let me say something to the third part of the Trinity, RS Touch for Android and iOS, smartphones and tablets. It allows you to create and modify your DWG drawings with a full set of 2D features. But most frequently you would use it to read drawings and annotate them with photos, dimensions, or voice comments, or to quickly review a drawing shared in the cloud or received by email. RS Touch is bundled with RS Commander and RSCudo in one RS Trinity license. Alternatively, you can buy RS Touch without RS Commander and RSCudo from Google Play Store and Apple App Store. Now we are at the last point for today, pricing and licensing. As previously mentioned, the RSCudo viewer is free. If you only need to read DWG or DXF files, you don't need any subscription. If you want to edit or create such drawings, you can consider subscribing to either the Cloud or Trinity plans. The subscription of RSCudo for Onshape, Cloud only, includes all the editing features of RSCudo to create and modify your drawings in the browser. Alternatively, you may consider the Trinity license combining 3 solutions in one subscription. RS Kudo for Onshape, RS Commander, the desktop version, and RS Touch, the mobile version. These three versions offer similar features in 2D. Also, RS Commander include more capabilities in printing, 3D solid modeling, BIM and Maps features, and more. It works with a higher performance and a more traditional user interface. All three solutions can be connected to your Onshape account. This allows you to browse and access and edit your DWG drawings from any place and any device. The modification you make is further synchronized with the Onshape documents where the DWG or DXF files are stored. The Trinity plan is the best option if you need to work on heavy or complex drawings. The ability to use both desktop and cloud version will also ease the migration of users currently working with AutoCAD, MicroStation, or other desktop-based CAD software. Compared to these solutions, the Trinity license remains up to 8 times less expensive and keeps offering a much better workflow with Onshape. Please visit also kudoforonshape.grebert.com for more information about the software and the licensing. You can find much more information on licensing the RS CAD software on our website. First, you are not forced to buy only annual licenses and can freely decide between a perpetual license, an annual license, or a flex license, also known as network license. I would like to invite you to get to know our software better. Take a look at our videos on the Grebert TV YouTube channel or explore the possibilities yourself with our trials. I hope you enjoyed our webinar. Feel free to contact us if you have any questions about the RS CAD software. Thanks for your interest.